You just landed into FL Studio the same way Frisk landed into the depths? You don't know where to start because everything is behind buttons that seem like a plain cockpit? Or maybe you just want to know how artists like Toby Fox took this and made a soundtrack that broke the internet. But maybe we should start simple, right? So in today's video, how do you make a simple yet powerful soundtrack in FL Studio?
That is what Toby Fox did with Your Best Friend in FL Studio, but how?
We get a cute yet disturbing track, especially if you miss the Friendliness pellets or if you have played the game before.
So this is what we'll be recreating step by step in this video. From the automations, plugins, and some sound design facts that make this soundtrack what it is.
It's important to mention that Toby likes to use either the NES VST or the Magical 8-bit plugin, which basically emulate the sounds of the 8-bit consoles. And while NES is a more graphical VST, the Magical 8-bit plugin is a more classical one with options like the envelope. But for not making this any longer, we'll be using both for the video, which are free to use, I guess, and the links are down in the description.
So with all of this said, let's hop into FL Studio from scratch. Okay, so the first thing we could notice is the tempo being 124, which I figured out with this tempo tapper. And of course the VSTs. How do you open them? Might seem obvious for some of you, but this isn't a beginner's tutorial for nothing. We go here, plus, more plugins, and the end, VST. And there we go. Same for the Magical 8-bit plugin. Now we could start making music. Except we're gonna set the plugins first. So for the Magical 8-bit plugin, there are three main oscillator type. The square one that, as you can see, is pretty loud. The white noise. And the one we're gonna use, the triangle. And surprisingly, it's everything we need to make the instrument. We don't need to move any of these except for the cycle length, which we're gonna use it later. It will sound the same for now. So let's make the rest of the piano roll. Now we got the other VST, the NES one. This is a little bit harder to make, but it's essentially a more graphical way to set the plugin. Make sure to disable the tempo sync, cause that makes these to take longer to react, and we don't want that, so no tempo sync here. For the audio cycle, 12 to 20% is the most accurate. So this right here makes the note to transition from a nasal sound to a more neutral one. I'm gonna slow it down for you. Same with the pitch. If you hear this song pretty closely, you can hear how it goes like up, down, and neutral. But let's go back to FL Studio. The pitch right here stays the same, and the volume doesn't make that much difference, but if you want to add it as a way to differentiate between the beginning and the end, it's your will, what can I say? But anyways, let's make the piano roll for this once again. Now this is pretty much the song, but remember I said to adjust the cycle length of the Magical 8-bit plugin? Well, we're adding an automation to the depth right here, so it sounds like wavy. This one is just searching for the depth automation and put it in the playlist by creating an automation clip, so it only affects this little note. So let's set the automation. And there we go, that's how you make your best friend. Or in case you missed the Friendliness pellets, your best nightmare. I wanted to do that. But anyways, what am I talking about? Let's play the final result.
I would like to say thank you to everyone who made the Toby Fox sample sheet, which has information of the instruments used in the soundtracks.
Cause that is what made this video possible. I will drop the link for that in the description.
Also, you know which button to smash if you like the video.
But once again, I'm out for now. And now you know, don't miss the Friendliness pellets.